Hello, and welcome to lesson number 8 of learning to read and understand tarot. In this lesson, we will be covering the 16 court cards of the minor arcana. The court cards are somewhat different from any of the other cards in the tarot, as they are often specifically meant to represent people. Now, this doesn't mean other cards outside of the court cards can't represent people, but as a beginning tarot practitioner, using this understanding will give you a good sense of structure while you grow your reading abilities. There are 3 main aspects to the court cards: the general meaning, the personality, and the possible occupations that could be associated with each card. We will be discussing all 3 aspects in our lesson today, as well as how to tell if a court card is referring to you or someone else. There will also be an in-depth PDF linked with this video to assist you in your study. Alright guys, before we get started on each individual card, I just wanted to provide you with some overall characteristics that can be used for each specific type of court card as a whole. Now, it's important to note that what you see here is very dependent on surrounding cards and intuition. For example, even though I state here that the pages usually show up as children, it can also be an adult who is acting childish or maybe doesn't feel very confident in themselves, or somebody who is new to a certain job position, or even that no matter their age, they are a student. Another example is that though the King and Queen court cards are often seen as being married if there are no surrounding cards that support that, like the Four of Wands, which is traditionally a card of marriage, then it could just indicate the person is over the age of 35. If you see the Three of Swords surrounding them, it could indicate that the person is divorced or heading toward one. The King and Queen court cards could also just speak to a person having reached a specific type of personal mastery for themselves. The more you practice and trust your intuition, the easier it will be to grasp the messages your cards are giving you. Now on to our lesson. First up, we have the Wands court. Our first card is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a card of adventure, curiosity, and the thrill of new beginnings. It represents the spark of inspiration and the courage to explore uncharted territories. This card signals that you're on the brink of something exciting, urging you to embrace your passions and take bold steps towards your dreams. While enthusiasm is vital, it reminds you to stay focused and intentional to ensure your energy leads to meaningful growth. In love, the Page of Wands brings a fresh burst of excitement. For singles, it suggests thrilling new connections that spark curiosity and passion. For couples, it encourages reigniting the flame by exploring new experiences together and breaking free from routines. However, it warns against impulsiveness, reminding you to balance passion with a solid foundation to create lasting bonds. In career and finances, the Page of Wands signifies opportunity and growth. It's a call to pursue creative ideas, take bold steps in your career, or explore new financial ventures. While it encourages innovation, it also advises careful planning to turn excitement into sustainable success. The personality of the Page of Wands, in its light aspects, symbolizes enthusiasm, curiosity, and the courage to take the first step towards your dreams. It encourages embracing challenges with optimism and trusting your potential. In its shadow, it warns of hesitation, lack of direction, or impulsivity. You might feel overwhelmed or tempted to pursue fleeting interests without a plan. Ground your energy and stay focused to avoid these pitfalls. For occupations, the Page of Wands is associated with budding careers and roles that ignite creativity and passion. This card reflects professions such as apprentices, interns, junior designers, social media influencers, or startup founders. It embodies individuals eager to explore new fields, often in creative or entrepreneurial industries. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Page of Wands. However, this list is not exhaustive. Next, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the embodiment of passion, determination, and bold action. This card represents unstoppable energy and the drive to pursue your goals with eagerness and confidence. The Knight of Wands is not one to sit and wait. This is about charging forward, fueled by ambition and a vision of success. However, this energy, while exhilarating, can sometimes lack foresight. It's a reminder to balance your boldness with strategy to ensure your efforts lead to lasting achievements. In love, the Knight of Wands is fiery and exciting. If you're single, it often points to a whirlwind romance or an intense connection that sweeps you off your feet. This might be with someone adventurous, charismatic, and passionate, someone who ignites your spirit. For couples, it's about rekindling excitement and passion in your relationship. However, the Knight of Wands can sometimes signal inconsistency or restlessness in love, so be mindful of fleeting attractions or impulsive decisions in matters of the heart. In career and finances, the Knight of Wands signals a time for bold moves and ambitious pursuits. It encourages you to take calculated risks, tackle challenges head-on, and seize opportunities with confidence. This is the energy of someone ready to make their mark, whether by starting a new project, pursuing a promotion, or stepping into an entrepreneurial venture. Financially, it's about acting swiftly but wisely, ensuring your enthusiasm doesn't lead to impulsive decisions. Success comes from harnessing this energy with a clear plan in mind. The personality of the Knight of Wands, in its light, represents fearless ambition, passion, and the drive to take action. It's the energy of someone who inspires others with their confidence and vision, always ready to take on the next challenge. In its shadow, the Knight of Wands can reflect impatience, recklessness, or a tendency to act without considering the consequences. This card warns against rushing into situations unprepared or letting restlessness cause unnecessary chaos. Balance is key to fully harnessing this fiery energy. For occupations, the Knight of Wands represents dynamic and action-oriented professions, including entrepreneurs, sales representatives, performers, athletes, or motivational speakers. This card aligns with individuals who thrive on excitement, fast-paced environments, and challenges requiring bold, decisive action. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Knight of Wands. However, this list is not exhaustive. Up next, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands radiates confidence, charisma, and the warmth of a natural leader. She embodies passion, independence, and the ability to inspire others with her vibrant energy. This card signals a time of stepping into your power, embracing your creativity, and trusting your ability to manifest your desires. The Queen of Wands encourages you to lead with both strength and grace, showing that true power lies in authenticity and self-assurance. However, it also reminds you to balance your fiery passion with patience and awareness of others' needs. In love, the Queen of Wands is magnetic and full of allure. If you're single, she signals a period where your confidence and charm will draw others towards you. You might meet someone equally bold and passionate who matches your energy. For those in relationships, the Queen of Wands encourages you to express yourself fully and to nurture your partnership with both warmth and independence. However, her fiery nature can sometimes point to jealousy or dominance, so it's important to balance your strong personality with understanding and mutual respect. In career and finances, the Queen of Wands represents ambition, creativity, and leadership. She signals a time to take charge, pursue your goals with confidence, and trust in your abilities. Whether it's stepping into a leadership role, starting a new venture, or pursuing creative endeavors, this card encourages you to shine and take bold strides toward success. Financially, this card suggests you are in control of your resources and have the confidence to make smart, bold moves. However, she also cautions against overconfidence or taking on too much at once. Stay grounded as you pursue your ambitions. The personality of the Queen of Wands in her light is vibrant, inspiring, and full of positive energy. She encourages you to be bold, take the lead, and believe in your unique abilities. Her presence is uplifting, signaling a time of success and recognition. In her shadow, however, the Queen of Wands can reflect arrogance, impulsiveness, or a tendency to be overly controlling. She warns against letting ego or impatience overshadow your natural charisma and warmth. For occupations, the Queen of Wands symbolizes leadership in creative or people-focused professions. She may represent artists, managers, motivational coaches, event planners, or public relations specialists. This card resonates with individuals who excel in nurturing creativity and inspiring others while maintaining authority and warmth. Here, you see listed some possible roles for the Queen of Wands. However, this list is not exhaustive. The last card for the Wands court is the King of Wands. The King of Wands exudes authority, vision, and the commanding presence of a natural-born leader. This card embodies the energy of someone who is bold, driven, and fully in control of their passions. The King of Wands inspires others to follow, leading with charisma and a clear vision for the future. He symbolizes long-term success achieved through courage, strategic thinking, and unwavering determination. However, this card also reminds you to balance ambition with humility and collaboration to avoid burnout or alienating those around you. In love, the King of Wands signifies passion, confidence, and loyalty. If you're single, this card suggests meeting someone with a magnetic personality, someone who is ambitious, charismatic, and deeply committed to their goals. This person may encourage you to embrace your own passions. For couples, the King of Wands highlights a relationship filled with mutual admiration and a shared vision for the future. However, his fiery nature can sometimes signal dominance or a reluctance to compromise, so maintaining balance and open communication is essential. In career and finances, the King of Wands represents leadership and the courage to pursue ambitious goals. This card urges you to take charge, inspire others, and focus on the big picture. It's a time for decisive action, whether that means launching a new business, leading a team, or making bold investments in your future. Financially, the King of Wands indicates a strong position or the ability to create lasting wealth through determination and vision. However, it warns against being overly controlling or taking unnecessary risks. Wise leadership requires both confidence and foresight. The personality of the King of Wands in his light is someone who is a visionary leader, embodying bravery, wisdom, and the ability to motivate others. His energy drives success and the realization of big dreams. In his shadow, the King of Wands can reflect arrogance, impatience, or an overbearing nature. He warns against letting pride or a desire for control hinder collaboration or cloud judgment. For occupations, the King of Wands reflects visionary leadership and high-level strategic roles. Common professions include CEOs, business owners, creative directors, thought leaders, or innovators. This card embodies someone who can lead others with charisma and confidence, often excelling in fields that require strategic foresight and bold decision-making. Here you see listed some possible roles for the King of Wands. However, this list is not exhaustive. Next up, we have the Cups court. The first card we have here is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a card of creativity, intuition, and emotional exploration. It represents the innocence and curiosity of someone opening their heart to new experiences and emotions. The Page of Cups often brings messages of love, inspiration, or spiritual growth. This card invites you to embrace your inner dreamer, trust your intuition, and approach life with a sense of wonder and openness. It's a call to be emotionally present and to express yourself freely, even if you feel vulnerable or unsure. In love, the Page of Cups represents sweet, tender beginnings and emotional vulnerability. If you're single, this card suggests the possibility of new romantic opportunities or a heartfelt message from someone who admires you. It's the energy of a shy, yet genuine connection that holds the promise of deep emotional growth. For couples, the Page of Cups encourages you to reconnect with the playful, romantic aspects of your relationship. However, it can also suggest the need for emotional maturity. Communication and patience are key to nurturing a lasting bond. In career and finances, the Page of Cups signals creativity, fresh ideas, and a willingness to take risks on something emotionally fulfilling. This could be a creative project, a new venture, or an unexpected opportunity that aligns with your passions. It's a time to trust your instincts and follow your heart, even if the path isn't yet clear. Financially, the Page of Cups encourages careful optimism. It may indicate the beginning stages of financial growth, but patience and planning are essential to turn dreams into reality. The personality of the Page of Cups in its light is a beacon of emotional openness, artistry, and inspiration. It reminds you to trust your intuition and embrace new experiences with curiosity and joy. In its shadow, the Page of Cups can reflect emotional immaturity, unrealistic expectations, or being overly sensitive to criticism. It warns against becoming too lost in daydreams or failing to ground your emotions in reality. For occupations, the Page of Cups is associated with roles that involve imagination, sensitivity, and emotional expression. This card aligns with budding artists, poets, musicians, counselors, and caretakers. It often reflects those starting their journey in creative or healing professions or individuals drawn to work that nurtures others. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Page of Cups. However, this list is not exhaustive. Next is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a card of romance, creativity, and emotional pursuit. This knight is the dreamer of the tarot, embodying charm, imagination, and a deep connection to feelings. He symbolizes someone who is on a quest for beauty, love, and meaning in life. The Knight of Cups often brings messages of heartfelt intentions, creative opportunities, or romantic proposals. This card invites you to follow your heart and embrace the emotional and imaginative aspects of your journey. However, it also cautions against becoming too caught up in fantasy or unrealistic ideals. In love, the Knight of Cups is the quintessential romantic. If you're single, this card suggests the arrival of a charming, sensitive suitor who captures your heart with grand gestures and emotional depth. It could signify the beginning of a passionate and dreamy romance. For those in relationships, the Knight of Cups encourages you to rekindle the romantic spark and express your feelings openly. However, his energy can also point to fleeting emotions or over-idealizing a partner, so it's essential to ground the relationship in reality. In career and finances, the Knight of Cups represents the pursuit of creative or emotionally fulfilling opportunities. This card encourages you to follow your passions and trust your intuition when making decisions. It may point to a new project, artistic endeavor, or an invitation that aligns with your heart's desires. Financially, the Knight of Cups suggests an optimistic outlook, but reminds you to balance dreams with practicality. Don't let emotional impulses dictate major financial moves. The personality of the Knight of Cups in his light is the romantic visionary, full of inspiration and driven by a desire to bring beauty and meaning into the world. He reminds you to lead with your heart and embrace life's emotional richness. In his shadow, the Knight of Cups can reflect emotional inconsistency, naivety, or a tendency to avoid practical responsibilities. He warns against chasing illusions or neglecting the grounded aspects of your journey. For occupations, the Knight of Cups represents professions driven by passion, romance, and idealism. It suggests roles like writers, actors, diplomats, event coordinators, or charity workers. This card resonates with individuals who pursue meaningful work with a touch of imagination and flair, often in fields that require emotional connection or artistic presentation. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Knight of Cups. However, this list is not exhaustive. Our next card is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups embodies compassion, intuition, and emotional depth. She represents the nurturing, empathetic energy of someone who is deeply in touch with their feelings and the emotions of others. This card symbolizes a person who leads with their heart, offering love and understanding without judgment. The Queen of Cups encourages you to listen to your inner voice, trust your instincts, and create a space of emotional safety for yourself and those around you. She reminds you of the strength found in vulnerability and the healing power of empathy. In love, the Queen of Cups radiates warmth, tenderness, and emotional intimacy. If you're single, this card suggests opening your heart to love and seeking connections that align with your deeper emotional needs. It may also indicate someone entering your life who embodies these nurturing qualities. For couples, the Queen of Cups highlights a time of harmony, trust, and mutual understanding. She invites you to deepen your emotional bond and communicate with compassion, but she also cautions against overextending yourself emotionally or neglecting your own needs in the process. In career and finances, the Queen of Cups reflects creativity, intuition, and a balanced approach. This card may suggest that your emotional intelligence and ability to connect with others are your greatest assets. It's a time to trust your instincts and align your work with your values. You may find yourself drawn to careers that involve helping others, creative expression, or roles requiring emotional insight. Financially, the Queen of Cups encourages you to nurture long-term goals and make thoughtful decisions while avoiding overly emotional spending or financial neglect. The personality of the Queen of Cups in her light is a compassionate healer, a source of emotional wisdom, and a beacon of unconditional love. She teaches the importance of self-care and the beauty of emotional connection. In her shadow, the Queen of Cups can reflect emotional overwhelm, codependency, or losing yourself in the needs of others. She warns against sacrificing your well-being or becoming overly consumed by emotions to the point of neglecting practical concerns. For occupations, the Queen of Cups symbolizes nurturing and empathetic careers, often in caregiving or healing professions. Common occupations include therapists, nurses, social workers, spiritual advisors, teachers, or artists. She represents those who offer emotional support and wisdom, bringing compassion and intuition to their work. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Queen of Cups. However, this list is not exhaustive. Our last card in the Cups court is the King of Cups. The King of Cups represents emotional mastery, compassion, and wisdom. He embodies the energy of someone who has learned to balance their emotions with logic, maintaining a calm and steady presence even in turbulent times. This card signifies emotional maturity, empathy, and the ability to lead with kindness and understanding. The King of Cups encourages you to remain grounded in your feelings, offering support to others while keeping your own emotional boundaries intact. He reminds you that true strength comes from inner balance and the ability to stay composed in the face of challenges. In love, the King of Cups signifies a deep and emotionally secure connection. If you're single, this card may represent someone entering your life who is emotionally mature, compassionate, and ready for a committed relationship. This person is likely a steady and nurturing partner who values emotional intimacy. For those in relationships, the King of Cups suggests harmony, mutual respect, and a supportive dynamic. However, it also calls for emotional honesty. This card reminds you to address any unspoken feelings with maturity and empathy. In career and finances, the King of Cups highlights leadership through emotional intelligence and a calm demeanor. This card encourages you to approach your work with kindness and to foster positive relationships with colleagues and clients. It's also a sign to trust your intuition and maintain balance, especially if you're navigating stressful situations. Financially, the King of Cups advises a measured approach. While it's important to stay empathetic and generous, he cautions against letting emotions dictate financial decisions. The personality of the King of Cups in his light is a compassionate leader, a wise advisor, and a source of emotional strength. He teaches the value of emotional balance and the importance of leading with understanding and integrity. In his shadow, the King of Cups can reflect emotional detachment, suppression of feelings, or using emotional control in a manipulative way. He warns against ignoring your own needs or using your emotional awareness to gain undue influence over others. For occupations, the King of Cups embodies emotionally balanced and wise leadership roles. This card reflects professions such as psychologists, mediators, mentors, philanthropists, or CEOs of nonprofits. It represents individuals who lead with empathy, offering guidance and support while maintaining authority and control over emotions. Here you see listed some possible roles for the King of Cups. However, this list is not exhaustive. Moving on to our next court, we have the Court of Swords. The first card we have here is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords represents curiosity, intellect, and a thirst for knowledge. This card embodies the energy of someone eager to learn, observe, and question the world around them. It's a symbol of fresh ideas, new perspectives, and mental agility. The Page of Swords encourages you to remain open-minded and inquisitive, exploring opportunities with a sense of adventure and intellectual curiosity. However, it also reminds you to communicate clearly and avoid jumping to conclusions without fully understanding the situation. In love, the Page of Swords suggests an intellectual connection or the beginning stages of curiosity and interest in someone. If you're single, it may indicate meeting someone who sparks your mind as much as your heart, someone with wit, charm, and a lively way of engaging in conversation. For those in relationships, the Page of Swords encourages open and honest communication. It's a call to explore your partner's thoughts and ideas and to share your own, ensuring your bond remains mentally stimulating. However, it also warns against overthinking or being overly critical in your interactions. In career and finances, The Page of Swords highlights fresh opportunities and the importance of staying alert and adaptable. It may point to learning new skills, starting a new project, or approaching your work with a curious and analytical mindset. This card encourages you to stay proactive and communicate effectively, especially if challenges arise. Financially, the Page of Swords suggests investigating opportunities thoroughly and being cautious with contracts or decisions that require a keen eye for detail. The personality of the Page of Swords in their light is a seeker of truth and knowledge, someone who embraces new ideas and approaches challenges with youthful determination. They inspire you to think critically and act with clarity. In their shadow, the Page of Swords can reflect impulsiveness, miscommunication, or a tendency to gossip and spy. It warns against jumping to conclusions or wielding words in a way that might harm others. For occupations, the Page of Swords is associated with roles that involve inquisitiveness, research, and gathering information. This card represents professions like journalists, researchers, analysts, legal assistants, or students. It reflects individuals who are curious, quick-witted, and eager to learn, often diving into intellectual or investigative fields. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Page of Swords. However, this list is not exhaustive. Our next card is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords charges forward with determination, intellect, and an unstoppable drive to achieve his goals. This card symbolizes ambition, action, and the pursuit of truth, often representing someone who is bold, quick-thinking, and unafraid to tackle challenges head-on. The Knight of Swords encourages you to move swiftly toward your objectives, trusting in your mental clarity and focus. However, it also cautions against recklessness. While speed can lead to success, acting without fully considering the consequences may create unnecessary obstacles. In love, the Knight of Swords suggests passion, fueled by mental connection and stimulating conversations. If you're single, this card may indicate the arrival of someone who captivates you with their directness, intelligence, and bold approach. This person may sweep you off your feet, but the relationship could develop quickly, so it's important to ensure the emotional connection keeps pace. For couples, the Knight of Swords can point to honest discussions and the need to address issues directly. While clear communication is vital, be mindful not to let bluntness overshadow empathy. In career and finances, the Knight of Swords reflects ambition, quick decisions, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. It may indicate a period where rapid progress is possible, especially if you take initiative and trust your intellect. This card encourages you to seize opportunities without hesitation, but warns against rushing without gathering all the necessary information. Financially, the Knight of Swords suggests bold moves, investments, or decisions made with confidence, but urges caution against impulsive spending or risky ventures. The personality of the Knight of Swords in his light is a fearless champion of truth and progress, embodying clarity of vision and the drive to achieve. His presence inspires action and courage, pushing you to pursue goals with unrelenting focus. In his shadow, the Knight can be impulsive, aggressive, or overly critical. His impatience may lead to hasty decisions or conflicts driven by ego rather than logic. This aspect of the Knight warns you to temper ambition with wisdom, ensuring that your actions align with long-term success. For occupations, the Knight of Swords represents action-oriented, fast-paced professions requiring decisiveness and determination. Typical roles include lawyers, military officers, first responders, journalists, or activists. This card resonates with individuals who excel in high-pressure environments and tackle challenges head-on, often driven by a strong sense of purpose or justice. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Knight of Swords. However, this list is not exhaustive. Next is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords stands as a beacon of wisdom, clarity, and fierce independence. She represents someone who has been shaped by experience, emerging with a sharp intellect and the ability to see through deception. The Queen of Swords values truth, clear communication, and logical thinking, encouraging you to approach situations with honesty and precision. While she carries warmth beneath her exterior, she does not allow emotions to cloud her judgment. This card calls you to embrace your inner strength, trust your insights, and speak your truth unapologetically. In love, the Queen of Swords signifies the importance of honest communication and setting healthy boundaries. If you're single, she can represent either your personal strength and clarity in knowing what you want, or the arrival of someone who values transparency and intellectual connection. This person may appear reserved at first, but their loyalty and emotional depth become evident over time. For those in relationships, the Queen of Swords highlights the need for open discussions and mutual respect. She encourages addressing difficult topics head-on, fostering growth through honesty and understanding. However, she warns against being too guarded, reminding you to let love in while maintaining your sense of self. In career and finances, the Queen of Swords reflects strategic thinking and a no-nonsense approach to your goals. This card may point to you stepping into a leadership role, using your intellect to navigate complex situations and make well-informed decisions. She urges you to cut through distractions, remain objective, and trust in your expertise. Financially, the Queen of Swords signals the need for careful planning and analysis, making decisions with clarity rather than emotion. Her presence suggests that clear communication and decisive action will lead to success. The personality of the Queen of Swords in her light is insightful, fair, and an advocate for truth. She empowers others through wisdom and offers guidance rooted in experience. Her sharp mind and strong sense of justice create a path towards success and clarity. In her shadow, the Queen of Swords can become overly critical, emotionally distant, or harsh in her words. She may use her intellect as a shield, pushing others away to avoid vulnerability. This shadow reminds you to temper your sharpness with compassion and remember that strength also lies in softness. The Queen of Swords symbolizes professions that require sharp intellect, clear communication, and strategic thinking. Common occupations include writers, editors, judges, consultants, or advisors. She represents individuals who balance logic with fairness and excel in positions where critical thinking and independence are key. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Queen of Swords. However, this list is not exhaustive. Our last Swords card is the King of Swords. The King of Swords stands as a symbol of intellect, authority, and unshakable clarity. He represents the mastery of logic and the ability to lead with fairness, truth, and sound judgment. This card signifies mental strength, strategic thinking, and the capacity to make decisions based on facts rather than emotion. The King of Swords calls you to step into your personal power, take control of situations, and approach life with integrity and wisdom. His presence urges you to trust your intellect and lead with confidence, knowing that your experience and insight will guide you toward the right path. In love, the King of Swords represents a partner who is thoughtful, honest, and values communication and respect. If you're single, this card may point to someone entering your life who is wise, rational, and carries themselves with authority, a person who may seem reserved but offers deep loyalty and commitment once trust is established. For those in relationships, the King of Swords emphasizes the importance of clear communication, mutual respect, and intellectual connection. He reminds you to approach relationship challenges with calmness and objectivity, ensuring that decisions are made with fairness and balance. However, he also warns against emotional coldness or detachment, encouraging you to blend rationality with empathy. In career and finances, the King of Swords signifies a leadership, decisiveness, and the need for strategic planning. This card may reflect stepping into a position of authority or making important choices that require logic and precision. The King encourages you to take command of your goals, trust your expertise, and navigate professional matters with confidence. Financially, the King of Swords signals making calculated, well-informed decisions and staying disciplined in your planning. His presence may also point to the need for legal advice or structured financial strategies to ensure long-term stability. The personality of the King of Swords in his light is a fair and just leader, guiding others with wisdom, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to the truth. His clarity allows him to cut through confusion and lead with confidence. In his shadow, the King of Swords can become overly rigid, emotionally distant, or authoritarian. His pursuit of logic may lead him to dismiss emotional needs, creating barriers between himself and others. This shadow reminds you to remain open-hearted, ensuring that strength and intelligence are balanced by compassion and understanding. For occupations, the King of Swords embodies leadership in intellectual and authoritative professions. This card reflects roles like judges, senior attorneys, professors, strategists, or corporate leaders. It represents individuals who lead with wisdom, objectivity, and integrity, thriving in fields that demand expertise and analytical prowess. Here you see listed some possible roles for the King of Swords. However, this list is not exhaustive. Our final set of court cards is the Court of Pentacles. First up in this section is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles represents the spark of potential, ambition, and the excitement of new beginnings in the material world. This card embodies the energy of a student, curious, eager to learn, and ready to put in the effort to build something lasting. It signifies opportunity, growth, and the early stages of pursuing a goal, whether in education, career, or personal development. The Page of Pentacles encourages you to stay grounded, focus on practical steps, and nurture your ambitions with patience and dedication. It's a reminder that success begins with small, intentional actions. In love, the Page of Pentacles signals the start of something fresh and promising. If you're single, this card may indicate a budding connection that has the potential to grow into something meaningful, but it requires time and effort to fully bloom. It can also suggest a relationship that is grounded in shared values and mutual respect. For those already in relationships, the Page of Pentacles highlights the importance of investing in the partnership, whether through learning more about one another, setting shared goals, or creating long-term plans. This card invites you to build a solid foundation rooted in trust and sincerity. In career and finances, the Page of Pentacles is a powerful sign of opportunity and growth. It suggests you may be entering a new phase of study, training, or a project that could lead to significant rewards in the future. This card encourages you to stay focused, be diligent, and approach your work with curiosity and determination. Financially, the Page of Pentacles points to careful planning, budgeting, and making wise investments. It's a card that reassures you that slow, steady progress will yield fruitful results over time. The personality of the Page of Pentacles. In its light, represents curiosity, ambition, and the desire to expand your horizons. It reflects the excitement of starting something new and the commitment to follow through. In shadow, it warns of procrastination, lack of focus, or being overly fixated on the end goal without putting in the necessary effort. It may point to missed opportunities or feeling stuck because of fear of failure or inexperience. This shadow urges you to take the first step, no matter how small, and to embrace the learning process without rushing for immediate results. For occupations, the Page of Pentacles is associated with roles that involve learning, skill building, and practical beginnings. This card represents professions such as apprentices, interns, students, junior accountants, or individuals starting small businesses. It embodies those focused on growth, knowledge, and laying the groundwork for long-term success. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Page of Pentacles. However, this list is not exhaustive. Our next card is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles stands as a symbol of dedication, responsibility, and steady progress. Unlike the flashier knights of the tarot, this one moves with patience and persistence, representing the virtues of hard work, reliability, and attention to detail. The Knight of Pentacles is the embodiment of slow and steady wins the race. His appearance suggests that success is not born from haste, but from consistency and commitment to the task at hand. This card urges you to stay grounded, remain focused, and trust that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. In love, the Knight of Pentacles reflects loyalty, patience, and a desire to build something lasting. If you're single, this card may point to someone entering your life who values stability and takes relationships seriously. This is the kind of partner who may not sweep you off your feet instantly, but will prove their devotion over time. For those in relationships, the Knight of Pentacles signifies a period of steady growth and mutual effort. It encourages nurturing the partnership with shared goals and trust, reinforcing the idea that the strongest bonds are built over time through consistency and care. In career and finances, the Knight of Pentacles represents persistence, responsibility, and a strong work ethic. This card suggests you are in it for the long haul, ready to put in the necessary work to achieve your goals. It highlights the importance of methodical planning, routine, and discipline. Financially, the Knight of Pentacles points to making cautious but effective choices, emphasizing savings, investments, and long-term security. It's a reminder that even small, regular steps can lead to significant accomplishments. The personality of the Knight of Pentacles, in its light, shines as a figure of unwavering dedication and reliability. He symbolizes someone who takes their commitment seriously, moving forward with focus and determination. In shadow, the Knight of Pentacles can represent stagnation, stubbornness, or being overly cautious to the point of missing opportunities. There's a risk of becoming so focused on routine and security that growth feels stalled. This shadow asks you to assess whether fear of failure or change is keeping you from exploring new paths or taking necessary risks. For occupations, the Knight of Pentacles reflects professions requiring diligence, reliability, and consistency. Common roles include project managers, engineers, farmers, logistics coordinators, or tradespeople. This card resonates with individuals who thrive in structured environments and take a methodical approach to achieving their goals. Here, you see listed some possible roles for the Knight of Pentacles. However, this list is not exhaustive. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles embodies abundance, nurturing, and the ability to create stability and comfort in both material and emotional realms. She represents a harmonious blend of practicality and warmth, demonstrating that success isn't just about achieving wealth, but about cultivating a life that feels rich in every sense. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded and resourceful, someone who thrives in creating security while tending to the needs of those around her. This card reflects a sense of confidence in your ability to manage responsibilities, care for others, and still flourish personally. In love, the Queen of Pentacles signals a nurturing, committed relationship. If you're single, this card may indicate that you are ready for a partner who offers stability and emotional security, or that you're embodying these qualities yourself. You may attract someone who appreciates your caring and supportive nature. In a relationship, the Queen of Pentacles speaks to creating a home filled with love, trust, and comfort. She encourages acts of service, quality time, and building a solid foundation of mutual respect and care. In career and finances, the Queen of Pentacles reflects prosperity achieved through hard work, organization, and practical decision-making. This card signifies the ability to manage both professional and personal responsibilities with grace. You may find yourself excelling at work or in a leadership role that requires nurturing and guiding others. Financially, the Queen of Pentacles points to stability and abundance, encouraging you to make wise investments and cultivate long-term wealth. Her presence suggests that success is not just about accumulating money, but also about using resources to create a comfortable, fulfilling life. The personality of the Queen of Pentacles, in her light, radiates generosity, security, and a nurturing spirit. She represents someone who balances ambition with compassion, ensuring that growth and success benefit not just herself, but those around her. In shadow, the Queen of Pentacles can signal overextension, focusing so much on caring for others that you neglect your own needs. It may also point to materialism, where the pursuit of wealth overshadows emotional fulfillment. In some cases, this shadow reveals insecurity about your worth, driving you to seek validation through excessive giving or by controlling your environment. This card asks you to ensure that nurturing others doesn't come at the cost of your own balance and peace. For occupations, the Queen of Pentacles symbolizes nurturing and resourceful careers that balance practicality with care. Professions include financial advisors, homemakers, healers, small business owners, or wellness coaches. She represents individuals skilled in managing resources, providing support, and creating stability for themselves and others. Here you see listed some possible roles for the Queen of Pentacles. However, this list is not exhaustive. The final card for this section is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the embodiment of abundance, leadership, and mastery over the material world. He represents the peak of success achieved through discipline, responsibility, and unwavering dedication. This is a figure who has not only built wealth, but knows how to sustain and grow it. The King of Pentacles symbolizes stability, financial security, and the wisdom that comes from experience. His presence suggests that through patience and consistent effort, you can create a life of prosperity and influence. This card encourages you to lead with confidence, generosity, and a grounded sense of purpose. In love, the King of Pentacles reflects a dependable and devoted partner. If you're single, this card may indicate someone entering your life who is successful, loyal, and ready to commit. This is the type of person who values long-term relationships and seeks to provide comfort and security. For those in relationships, the King of Pentacles signifies a stable, nurturing dynamic where both partners are invested in building a shared future. It suggests a period of harmony and the joy of creating a lasting, fulfilling bond through mutual care and support. In career and finances, the King of Pentacles signals achievement and recognition. You may be in a position of authority or working toward becoming a leader in your field. This card reflects confidence in managing resources, making wise investments, and fostering growth. It highlights the importance of long-term planning and the ability to turn opportunities into tangible success. Financially, the King of Pentacles suggests wealth and stability, urging you to protect and grow what you have while staying generous and grounded. It's a reminder that prosperity flows when managed with care and foresight. The personality of the King of Pentacles in its light shines as a figure of reliability, strength, and generosity. He represents someone who has earned their place through hard work and now uses their influence to uplift others. In shadow, the King of Pentacles can point to greed, stubbornness, or an overemphasis on material wealth. There's a risk of becoming too controlling or rigid, valuing security at the expense of flexibility and emotional connection. In some cases, this card warns against defining yourself solely by your achievements, urging you to find balance between ambition and personal fulfillment. The shadow of the King of Pentacles reminds you that true wealth extends beyond the material and lies in the richness of relationships and personal growth. For occupations, the King of Pentacles embodies leadership in wealth building and resource management professions. This card reflects roles such as CEOs, investors, real estate developers, business owners, or financial consultants. It represents those who have mastered the art of stability, abundance, and long-term planning, thriving in careers that involve leadership and responsibility. Here you see listed some possible roles for the King of Pentacles. However, this list is not exhaustive. Now that we have covered the court cards, let's talk about how you may be able to tell if a court card is speaking about you in a reading or someone else. The method you would use for this is called clarifying your card. You essentially pull a follow-up card to give you more information and understanding about the initial card you pulled. This is a technique that you will use when reading tarot in general, not just in relation to finding out whether or not a court card is you. Clarifying your cards will help you have more confidence that you are picking up on the truth of what you see in your reading. However, you do not want to pull too many cards when you clarify, as it can muddy the message. The best practice while you are just beginning should be to pull only 1 or 2 clarifying cards. Now that we've gone over the clarifying method, let's discuss how you tell if a court card is you. When you are clarifying your initial court card, if you pull another court card as your clarifier, it is often understood to mean that the initial court card is referring to someone else. If you clarify and pull any other tarot card that is not a court card, then the initial court card you pulled is often understood as referring to you. However, it's important that you know, as you grow in your ability as a tarot practitioner, this method may not always work for you. How you grow and connect with your cards may override the simplicity of this technique. So please keep that in mind. And if one day it intuitively doesn't feel like a technique that fits the way you read anymore, trust what feels right within yourself and don't be afraid to move on from it. I hope you found learning about the clarifying method helpful. Now let's wrap things up. The court cards in tarot represent the many facets of personality, growth, and interaction that shape our lives. Each card embodies different levels of maturity, from the curiosity and potential of the pages to the mastery and leadership of the kings. They reflect not only the people we encounter, but also the evolving aspects of ourselves, whether guiding us to take action, reflect inwardly, or lead with confidence. The court cards offer valuable insights into personal development and relationships. Together, they remind us that growth is a continuous process, and we have the power to embody different roles at different stages of our journey. And that brings us to the end of lesson number 8. In the next lesson, we will begin covering the major arcana.